I am Arumba. Thank you for joining me. Let's play some more MASA Factorio with the crew. How's it going, guys?
Pretty good. Thank you very much for asking. Yourself?
I'm okay. I've been sick a while back, but I've been feeling well-ish. Getting better.
Oh yeah, I remember you were sick in the collab you were doing with Steve on Factorio, weren't you?
Oh yeah, very sick.
Man, to be fair, it sounded like you proper had the flu. You sounded really rough.
Yeah,
I was surprised you were good. That is dedication to the job. To be fair.
Well, we wanted to launch a rocket. We didn't even do it, sadly. It's too much work.
You failed.
But that's not what's gonna happen. It's not what's gonna happen in this one.
What the hell is happening with the iron? Oh, okay. We've got. Oh.
I wanted gears.
You know the great thing? I can mouse over it and be. I remember. What the fuck have you done this for?
I wanted gears, and you. Yeah, I wanted gears.
You wanted gears, so we've now got two wooden chests that are unlimited, making gears.
Yes.
And we've got no iron going to the rest of it.
I'm getting more iron. I'm working on making more iron come in right now. But I needed gears, and you are all like, well, we can't bust gears because that's stupid. And so...
It is stupid.
Your face is stupid. And so I needed gears.
So
I remember, if it's... I didn't realize it was this much of a thing to you. If you want to bust gears, we can bust gears. It's okay.
The thing is about busing, anything you end up busing, you end up having easy access to. And that's a very common item.
It's one factory, you lazy shit.
You're lazy shit. Appreciate your tone of voice.
I love it. I don't appreciate your tone of voice. The words were okay, but I don't like the tone of voice you used. How dare you call me lazy shit in an aggressive manner?
Well, yeah, there's no problem with the words themselves. Just the tone.
Iron is sorted. There is now lots.
Thank you, Bentham.
Excuse me. I was doing it too. Now he's trying to take credit for everything.
I never said it was me. I just said it was a thing that had happened.
That's true.
Yeah. Yeah, and then Stejo...
You're so sensitive.
Then Stejo made the assumption.
Give you proper credit.
No, he didn't.
Oh, Stejo.
Oh.
Huh?
I've been very upset with Stejo for many, many years. Okay. Yeah, I suppose we should probably limit transport belt production now that we actually have infrastructure, eh?
A? You turned Canadian?
A.
A?
I. AI. Yeah. Oh, what? You just destroyed some of my stuff. Stejo?
Wasn't me.
Just random factory buildings missing. The chests are gone. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
Can't prove a thing.
It's true. It is true. You cannot prove who disassembled something. You can see who made it.
Which is a shame, honestly. I feel that is perhaps an oversight on the part of the developers.
We can prove. We can look those videos.
No.
Well, yeah, I guess in this particular instance, we can tell who did it. But what I meant to say is that, like, when you're playing multiplayer, you can't tell who broke something down, and that's a bit of a problem. I feel that
it might be possible if you're like an admin and you have commands. Maybe, I don't know. I know that was a thing in like Minecraft of like you could look at an empty block and be like, there used to be a block here, and then this guy removed it.
Yeah.
You can actually see an empty block's properties?
I think so, with like certain mods and stuff.
Yeah, there were certain mods that allowed it. It was quite useful though. The fact that it stored that information, it always boggled my mind. It's like, wow, you know, there's logs and then there's logs. In a large world, the log file for who destroyed a block must be bloody enormous. Server runs for like a month. All of a sudden, your log files are like several gigabytes just of text.
I'm just building random things and wondering how long it takes for one of them to make someone extremely angry.
Oh, why you gotta be like that? Why you gotta go out of your way to annoy people? So rude.
I'm not particularly building them to be annoying. I just know that people will be annoyed by them.
Oh, right, I see. The way you phrased it at the beginning was like, I'm doing this. Like you were twiddling your mustache sort of thing.
I've just decided I'm not going to be annoyed, so...
thing to make a storage chest.
You decided what, Arumba?
I'm just not going to be annoyed. I refuse to be... Yeah, I'm just not going to be. I'm gonna be fine, don't worry.
I'm not making that promise.
Right. How are we gonna branch off steel making?
I was just gonna make a little thing making steel.
Yeah.
Are you gonna circuit it for the overflow?
No, it's just gonna take some of the ore in and it's gonna make steel.
Oh, you're gonna do the. Oh my god, I hate
so-
that so much.
What?
Yeah. You know what? I'm fine with it. If it works, it works.
See, okay. I just said I wasn't gonna get annoyed, and then Stejo goes and gets annoyed.
Are you gonna do the? Is that your steel?
Yeah, I'm making a new one. It's
Oh,
just
it's
gonna.
totally fine. I thought you were gonna do the thing where it's.
Aavak, no.
Oh, okay. I'm taking it right.
It's supposed to be up by one.
Oh,
I thought you were gonna
yes,
do-
I see the pattern now. Sorry.
Yeah.
I missed that.
For symmetry.
I missed that
For
tiny detail. Thank you very much for saving us all. Although I wasn't consciously aware of it, subconsciously I must have been aware of it, and gradually I would have descended into madness.
I thought you were gonna do that. Arumba.
What then? What? Where it feeds? Oh, the double setup.
Yeah.
I mean that one's.
Yeah, I don't like it because you can't repurpose it.
Yeah.
True. But the way I'm doing this one, you still kind of can't repurpose either because
I tell you what, when you're making a smart smelter setup, getting it to be able to handle steel as well, wow, that adds complexity to the circuit network. Because all of a sudden, because you don't want it to just load an iron plate. You can't just feed iron plates back onto the input loop, because then if one place picks up an iron plate, starts making steel, but doesn't get the other 4 that it needs to make the steel, that furnace is now completely shut down. So you have to do a lot of extra complexity just to make it so that the furnaces will only ever take it if there's 5 iron plates ready to be used.
Well, can't you you can wire up individual inserters. You could tell them to read hand contents. Why not tell an inserter that it's not allowed to move unless it has 2 items, like enough to give 2 stone or 5 iron plate.
You can do that once you've got stacking inserter bonuses equal to the amount that you need.
Right.
The way that I usually do it is I have just a couple of the factories, the furnaces will have chests with them, and those chests will pull iron off. And then if it's a multiple of 5 in the chest, then the inserter will start loading the factory. It adds a lot of extra room to it, but it's one of the easier ways of doing it until you've got stack inserters that can handle it.
Mm-hmm. Makes sense.
I'm just going to watch you, Arumba, and just be disapproving.
I see.
I stand here, just shaking my head, my arms crossed.
Just keep going, it's all wrong. But if he asks you why, you don't tell him.
Yeah, exactly. I'll just tut occasionally. See, it's funny how the developers were mentioning how the side loading underground belt was never meant to work that way, and how they planned, oh, well, we'll take it out and we'll set it up properly, but then they didn't because of the uproar from the community. It was like, but that will break all of the funky things that we've made that are super efficient.
It's good to keep in because you can do like clever things with it.
No, you can never do clever things with it.
What are you talking about? You're the one that was like, we should use this.
We should use what? Side loading underground belts?
Yeah, using an underground belt to take just half of the output, right? I've got ore and fuel, and I want to just.
Oh
take the
yeah,
fuel.
you mean into.
Yeah,
remove the.
Right down here. I
yeah,
just did
remove the mix.
You just said not to do it. That's what we were talking about.
Yeah, but I feel like that is different to taking half of an output from a regular belt, like a 2-sided belt. So you see where I've got here.
Yeah.
I'm loading up one side of the belt. Well, that could easily have been done just by like shoving it on one side, or here rather is probably the easier one to look at.
Here, have a look at what Arumba set up, because it's literally what you're describing now.
Oh no, I've seen it, but that's not what I'm meaning.
The ore's moving on there, and it's only the coal being taken off a 2-sided belt.
Yeah, that's totally understandable, but I'm meaning putting side loading an underground belt like I've got here. Like if you were to shove an underground belt as opposed to onto a belt first.
Okay, so we're going with 20 20 red assemblers, and then you want to do what, by 24 green, and then
Yeah.
and then the
Yeah, I
math
mean,
there would be.
I mean, doing that as opposed to what I had,
Yeah.
You realize if
because
you plan
then you're
go ahead,
if
you finish.
plan on what?
If you do 24, if you do 20 red, 24 green, we're gonna need, what is it? 12 times 4. We need 48 sign slabs making blue.
Uh-huh.
You're planning on building that big? Okay, just checking.
Well, to be
Do
fair,
you not build big?
have you
No, I
there are
don't.
virtually no biters. There may as well not be biters on this map. Until you get to the southeast where they start to be much more frequent, we can build gigantic without any issue at all.
That sounds great. Let's do
Multiple
it.
radars working, or just the one?
I put 4 down.
Yeah, there's 4.
Okay, I was going to say the scanning rate is now crazy.
No.
Yeah,
It's
there's
just,
a lot.
it's just the
and
rate
there,
should be changed.
I
And
upgraded
most
power.
of our exploring
think-
has been undone. We can now see the biters and the fact that the pollution is still miles away from them.
Mm-hmm. I would actually say that the radars do seem to be a little bit faster than before, though.
Oh, they're 4 times
Well,
as fast.
Oh, they're 4 times as fast. Okay, yeah.
4 times
thought
as
it was
fast.
four
Fancy
times the
modded
power.
ones.
4 times as much power.
They're fancy modded ones, but at the same time, they're not cheaty modded ones.
Yeah, because you're paying for it in pollution
Yeah.
and fuel.
Yeah, you've literally just scaled them up.
Mhm.
That's all.
Just so you
that's
don't need to make any more. They do cost
Or-
more to make as well, don't they?
Or
do
move
they?
them
Cost
around.
4
as
times.
much. I think. No, I think they're the same price.
Nah, they look the same price. Yeah.
They should
It
be.
takes
more
crazy
expensive,
amounts
though.
of power as well. It took 3 steam engines to actually power the first one we built.
Yeah. No, as far as like modded things go, that's the kind of balancing that I like in mods, where you're having to do more to get more out. But in many mods, it's like, oh, here's a trivially inexpensive thing to build that now does so much more than you could possibly have done before. Like, it'll just go and, well, as you said, go and destroy all the biter bases for you. It's fine.
Mhm.
How much are we using coal? We are actually using quite a lot, aren't we? Okay, let's expand this out a little bit.
I just did that.
I'm going to expand it out even more.
Okay.
Using 5
Yeah.
coal a second.
Oh yeah. It actually tells you exactly how much you're using.
Well, it says it's
Ooh,
got
so-
in the last 5 seconds, and it was between I know it's dropping. It was at like 25. Now it's at 20.
20. Oh, you're looking at the actual number.
Yeah, the production statistics.
Interesting. I always
Fancy
look at
menu
the.
that I never use.
I always look at the slash per minute, but what does the number itself mean? Like that's 5 per second or 5 per last 5 seconds?
Well, it tells you how many in the past whatever you select. So I selected 5 seconds, and it said 25. So I'm like, okay, so in the past second, it's been about 5.
I see. Okay, yeah, I've literally never looked at the first side. I always just look at the summary. So 250 coal per minute. It's a lot. It's a lot. It adds up. And then, do you guys notice that they actually have modified this production interface in the last number of patches where now every single item is shown? And have you ever clicked on one of these things? If you click on them, it just shows you that item only. Like if you click on electric mining drill and assembly machine, you'll see a list of
Where are
just
you
those
looking at
things.
this? Just in the production statistics.
Yeah, production
Yeah.
interface. Click on like iron plate and copper plate, and you can see a production
Yeah.
graph of just those 2 items.
Like our steel axe production. 16 of them all at once.
Yeah, I just made them all. They're all in my inventory. You can't have them.
I'm gonna say I'm just going around here with my crappy iron axe. Being all slow and rubbish. With all these mods
Oh,
we've got, do we
so
have any
actually-
continuous research?
Yeah. Have you
We don't have
noticed?
infinite research, if that's what you're asking for.
Yeah, I mean continuous as in like
Oh.
there's always more research to be done. Because that's
Right,
coming
right.
in 0.15.
Yeah.
You're getting
Yeah.
a handful of sciences where you can just keep doing more.
Yeah, though they do get increasingly expensive as time goes
Exponentially.
on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I want
it
that.
gets sort of pointless, but it is still it's something for your factory to do. It's always a shame when all the science runs out and
Yeah.
everything shuts down and dies, and the only remaining production is for like things you're using.
Yeah. That is definitely a sad time.
And the endless rocket launches.
Yeah, there always is endless rocket launches though, so that is something to keep your factory running. But then you have to tear down the whole science area, which is the real problem. There's no purpose to it.
What's our power like at the moment?
Damn, I went to go hoover up the steel and you were already doing it.
Yeah, sorry, I'm done though. I don't need anything else.
We need more power.
Do we already? We could shut down some of the radars. Part of the issue is I didn't have landfill. Do we have landfill researched yet? No. So I didn't actually. I have 40 steam engines down there, but I think only 30 are plugged in.
The problem is that the coal isn't reaching the last boilers.
Yeah.
It's not compact enough.
Well, that we have a coal shortage then because
that's why I've been
surplus.
increasing the amount that we're producing. It may have made a bit of a difference, but no, looking at it, it probably hasn't actually. We need a lot more coal to run that.
Well, part of the issue is that it's being split equally between the two locations, and I did put a buffer ahead of the smelting area, which probably isn't necessary and should be reduced quite a bit.
Well, to be honest, buffer's not doing anything.
We're researching landfill already.
I know. I could see. I was like,
our doom is upon us.
No.
I saw that sneaky change.
We've got this tiny little bit of water. Leave it alone.
I just want to
protect this water. It's endangered.
What I want to do is just place a little bit.
It starts like that. It starts with just a little bit just to make sure everything is nice and even and neat. And then all of a sudden, but we don't really need this whole pond, do we? No, let's just get rid of that. But yeah, I can see where you're gonna expand it out. But yeah, it's actually starting to get through now.
Yeah, looks like the buffer for the smelting area just got full, so the left side's completely not draining anything. This would be a perfect example of the one time I still feel like priority splitters make a lot of sense. You want to prioritize all of the output to go towards power, and only if it's been met, send it down towards the smelting area.
Yeah, there's a couple of times that the priority splitters still work, but it's generally when it's just like one belt. The priority splitters themselves work perfectly. It's the lane shuffler that doesn't work.
Exactly. Yep.
Right.
I like how the 4 radars are using nearly as much power as our 90 mining drills.
Really? Seriously? Let me have a look at that. Wow. Yeah, 4.7 megawatts. That's pretty impressive, actually. Just 4 radars. Okay.
If you go back to like an hour of our time, then most of our power has been used up by radars.
Yeah. Okay,
I have an unholy amount of science packs on me right now.
I was going to say, are you enjoying filling up your inventory with all the science packs?
Have you sorted it yet? See, Joe?
Sorted what?
Science. Green.
Yeah, green is being automated now. Steve's just been, to give credit where it's due, he's been pretty productive. He's got a lot of work down there. And I've just been faffing around, wandering around, just doing little odd jobs. I feel, frankly, like I'm letting the site down right now. I need to get on with it. Where are we going to set up the actual science area? Are we going to do a science loop or?
Nah.
Studio doesn't like loops.
I think you're part of that reason. I think you've given him some bad experiences in the past.
Oh, I kind of go on. I try them, and then I'm like, nah, they're not that great. Like, just.
I still like loops for ammo because they're not even consumption.
Yeah, no, I'm with you on that. But with everything else, it's like the only thing you're really saving is the small amount of buffer that's actually on belts, which is actually minuscule when you work out how much it is.
Yeah. What about rail loops, though?
Rail loops can die in a fire. Because they are just 100% inefficient.
But they're so modular and convenient.
They're not. Yeah, they're
not,
convenient for lazy people, I suppose, because you can just robot them.
They're really, really bad in every other way.
I mean, it's like, I feel like every day on the Factorio subreddit, there's another person who's done a loop and doesn't know how to signal it. It's like, just don't use them. Just don't fucking use them.
I don't use loops all the time, though. Just half. And whenever you're around.
You use them intentionally to bug Thijo. Brilliant.
To be
Brilliant.
fair, that is genius. I like that. That's a good use of your time there.
Well, amazingly, time is already flown right by, and it's.
Oh
that time
no,
of day.
you're not that guy, are you?
I am, yeah.
I was
I have
waiting
the
to
blinky.
see how long it would take.
I have the blinky flashy thing too.
I was gonna just run this belt up and then just double that up, but it is.
Oh.
Because,
Yeah.
The
Okay.
yellow belt's actually precise for the rate at which the blue factories will make these,
right, okay.
because you require 6 iron a second, and a yellow belt on one side can have 6.6.
See, that's something I actually haven't looked up.
It's
How
actually
much
40 thirds.
each belt can hold.
Is the correct number, not 6.6. 40 thirds, 80 thirds, and 120 thirds is the math.
Why the fuck would you use fractions?
Why am I finding myself unreasonably angry right now out of nowhere?
I feel like saying 40 thirds is like I'm talking to my grandma about what money used to be like.
Well, if you want to be accurate, that's what the number is. It's not 6.6. It's 40 thirds. You get it right.
Oh, that was fantastic.
Anyway,
Yeah,
like I
But comes
said,
from a different time, a simpler time.
Still buying his newspapers with halfpenny bits.
all right, you done then?
Yeah, I think
All right, we'll be back tomorrow. Thanks for watching, everyone. See you soon.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Bye bye.